Good day to all, welcome to Extreme Recap. The film is set in the 1600 years. Tien, the youngest son of a noble family from the Ayutthaya kingdom, is shown to us in the opening scene. He is currently being held captive by soldiers under Lord Rochester's command. Tina Piano seems to be in a lot of pain. Additionally, he does not awaken until several buckets of water are thrown in his direction. He sees a group of soldiers armed with thick, wooden staffs as soon as he looks at them. As the soldiers get ready to begin the procedure, it becomes clear that Tien has been sentenced, and they are instructed to brutally beat him. With his flawless moves, Tien gathers all of his energy and responds. He takes out many fighters, yet in the end gets overwhelmed and taken out. Raja Sino then directs his men to break Tiens with their elbows and knees. Oh God! The village of Kona Kone, on the other hand, is dealing with an outbreak of illness. A master named Bua leads a pilgrimage, during which he discovers that the source of the curse is Booty Sanka, the dark mystic or the devil of darkness with a nice booty. The villagers claim that the illness is a curse. A local doctor treats a few patients. Bua then channels the malignant energy into a solitary leaf that terrains in his grasp. He then decides to become a monk in order to fight the evil forces in other places. In order to succeed to the throne, Raja Sina poisoned his predecessor to death, and now he is haunted by visions of him. He suffers from these visions, and it becomes clear that Rajasbud is afflicted by a curse imposed by the deceased king prior to his death. At midnight later, when Raja Singh gets up, he finds that a fight is going on in his courtyard. Apparently a few troopers have acted the hero Tien from his bondage. However, at that exact moment, Booty appears out of nowhere and promptly eliminates the soldiers one by one. Raja Sina makes an offer to hire him after witnessing his remarkable combat abilities, in the hope of securing his services. Something else is on the dark mystic's mind. Instead, he suggests getting rid of the Raja Sina's curse, implying that Tien and the curse are connected in some way. The evil lord immediately accepts it and directs his men to kill Tien. However, just as the executioner is about to strike, a messenger from the Ayutthaya kingdom appears and offers Tien a pardon from the nation's highest authority. Raja Sina is forced to give up his prisoner as a result, and as he yells in rage, he experiences a sudden hallucination. Raja Sena sees his soldiers approaching him, appearing to be about to kill him. He becomes so enraged by this that he loses his ability to see and accidentally kills one of his soldiers. You can tell he's a bad guy by that. In the meantime, Tien is rushed to the Kanaka village to receive the treatment she needs. PM, his beloved childhood girlfriend, is tasked with looking after them. Be that as it may, before the recuperating system might start, they go under abrupt assault from Veiled, attacking. Sent by Raja Sina, as mayhem results. The masked men and the royal messengers get into a big fight. The evil men quickly gain control and begin killing the poor one at a time. However, the remaining messengers eventually defeat them when they band together and fight valiantly. Finally, every one of the concealed men are killed, yet the couriers are as well. In the following scene, we see Tien lying on a stone bed with bandages covering his body as evidence of his injuries. Bua, having gotten back from his reflective state, uncovers that Tien's present status is the result of his negative karma from an earlier time. After that, Master Bu summons the entire village to pray together and restore Tien to life. The sacred unbacked Buddha statue is created as part of the process, offering sincere prayers to the deities and administering herbal remedies, similar to how Facebook users share their thoughts and prayers. Pim, who is motivated by her, is taking part in all of these healing practices. In an effort to assist Tien in making a speedy recovery, Love and Devotion perform an exquisite prayer dance. Fortunately, Henry regains consciousness as a result of their combined efforts. However, he is unable to stand because of the brutal beatings he has received. Tien drags himself toward a nearby cliff at the crack of dawn. Because he is physically and mentally hopeless, he wants to do the unthinkable. But you're right. Then, at that point, Bu shows up at the scene and stops him. He at first chides to him for getting away from his obligation of saving the realm and its kin. Then, at that point, he diverts his consideration towards the rising sun. Master Bu shows Tien a significant illustration, saying that even in the haziest of times, light is at any point present. Steen is motivated to continue living while he waits for these words to dispel the shadows, so he reconsiders. Sunlight and shadows have never occurred to me before. From that day forward, he embraces an exhausting excursion. He hauls his debilitated body to a neglected sanctuary settled profound inside the forest and starts self-drug. In an effort to get back on his feet, he also stretches his muscles and twists his bones. The Tien's body responds gradually over time, gradually regaining its strength and resilience. Pen visits the temple one day to see him. She mentions how much she misses him and how she prayed daily for his recovery. Hearing this, Tien becomes overpowered with joy. Therefore, he asks her to dance. And they stand on a rocky cliff after their romantic session, embracing each other on the next day. Ace Bua approaches Tien and enlightens him concerning Dharma, which incorporates the standards of honesty, merit and adhering to one's religious and moral responsibilities. Polar bears can also be teleported to tropical islands with it. Tien travels with this lesson in mind. Journey of formation. He dances spiritually and trains himself to combine martial arts and dance to create a new fighting style. He also transforms into a formidable beast over the course of the days that is capable of destroying anyone. In another scene, Raja Sino goes to Booty's decaying castle to get rid of the curse that has been on him. Booty, on the other hand, reveals his true character, revealing that he was the one who caused him pain all along. He also says that becoming the Tour King, the new king, is his ultimate goal. Raja Sina becomes enraged upon hearing everything and orders his men to kill Booty. However, despite the soldiers' combined efforts, they are unable to stop the formidable dark mystic Booty, who uses his extraordinary combat skills to swiftly eliminate the soldiers one by one. Raja is ultimately left alone. So he grasps his bone, Darrow, and guides it towards the deceiver. Nevertheless, before he can fire, Booty decapitates him before he can get to him. Curses the severed head. Booty, just like the one the previous king gave Rajasthan. Yet, the dim spiritualist seems to stay unaffected. He later takes control of the kingdom after ascending to the throne. Now that there is only one more foe, Booty sends his troops to eliminate Tien that evening. As Tien is in his preparation, he is suddenly faced by the gathering of warriors. They have no choice but to kill him. Furthermore, their new expert, in any case, Tien, has additional plants with the assistance of his new combat skills. Without breaking a sweat, he eliminates the enemy soldiers one by one. Through persistent dedication and disciplined practice, it appears that Tien has finally mastered the Dharma art. Following this, Dan rapidly advances towards the town of Kanako, just to find a frightening sight. The once flourishing town presently lies in ruins, its roads stained with the dormant groups of the townspeople. The sight breaks Tien intellectually, and he begins sobbing hysterically. Kid burp. However, a new group of hostile soldiers rushes for him, confident that they can eliminate Tien, but unaware that they have enraged the world's deadliest fighter, disrupting his solitude once more. Driven by a deep yearning for retribution, he teaches these soldiers a hard-earned lesson while enchanting their rage. The End performs a final ritual to pay tribute to the lives of the villagers who died after he has killed them. He then runs into Master Boa. Forgotten. The last option provides him with a couple of inspirational statements and a mysterious stick, which is equipped for overcoming the murkiness. The stick is described by Master Bua as the world's most potent weapon, and it can even summon the gods if used correctly. We learn that Pen and the remaining villagers have been enslaved elsewhere in the Buddhist kingdom. They are constrained to function as workers, in very unforgiving circumstances. They get tired or make even the smallest mistakes. The officers pitilessly beat them up with whips. The royal elephant's predicament is even worse. In order to preserve their blood, which is used by Booty to gain additional strength, they are brutally killed. Diane arrives at the kingdom in the interim, determined to liberate his people and defeat the enemy. In any case, Goods detects his presence and chooses to make a move. He summons an eclipse, bringing the kingdom into total darkness in a startling display of magic and power. Because of this, the villagers bow down to him in fear, realizing that he is not your typical man. Tragically, Goods becomes more acquainted with the Pim as Tien's sweetheart, so he rapidly gets her and polishes her off. This is sufficient to send it over the yen mark. Additionally, he unleashes a brutal assault on the guards out of desperation. He then attempts to kill Goods. However, the gloomy mystic swiftly flips the script and drives a spear deep into Tien's chest, putting him on the verge of death. Tien recalls Master Bui's teachings as his life fades away, and then suddenly the entire battle. Pim's tragic death is revealed to be nothing more than an illusion. He decides to act in a different manner now that he has a second chance. Now is the right time to applaud that Goods. He summons the thunder and strikes the booty with the power of his magical stick. The devil's power is destroyed by this decisive blow, which at last makes the shroud disappear, representing the victory of light over obscurity. As soon as Booty recovers from the strike, he can't believe that his demon powers are gradually diminishing right in front of his very eyes. The final duel between the two finally gets underway here when Tien confronts him shortly after. In addition, we can see that the Tien is not fighting out of rage like he did in his illusion. All things considered, he has all the earmarks of being quiet, zeroing in on his recently procured ability. Booty uses his spear at one point in the fight in the hope of finally defeating his opponent. Be that as it may, sadly, Tien can get it with simply his hands bare. After that, the fight goes on for some time, and they both end up on the royal ledge above the arena. When it comes to fighting, they appear to have equal strengths. Be that as it may, with regards to focus, Tien enjoys a huge benefit. He cleverly holds Booty by his chin and drops it over a raged elephant, sensing his surroundings. The animal's tusk breaks, impales the Booty, penetrates those lovely sheets, and ultimately kills the animal. The war is ended in this manner, and the kingdom is finally free of all evil. The movie comes to a close with Tien Pim and the remaining villagers paying homage to the Ong Bak Buddhist statue, which is highly regarded. They now have hope that they will begin a peaceful life free of curses and evil. Turn on notifications, please subscribe for more videos like this, and like the channel to support it. Thank you very much for watching.